All right, I'm going to try to fit this in 3 minutes, so here we go. You know how for the past few months I've posted about having these chronic, horrible headaches that are different from my migraines that I get. I've had dizziness, issues with nausea, um, extreme fatigue. I yawn constantly. I've been having a lot of shortness of breath. I do have COPD, but it's like extreme shortness of breath. Um, and I just chalked it all up to being a COVID long hauler. Well, around the time that I had COVID, my stove also started acting up to where I was having to turn the temperature higher and higher and higher to get it to heat any kind of food that I put in there. And like the other day when I cooked, I had to put it on like 425 just so that it would cook my potatoes and chicken that I put in there. Well, tonight I was going to just put corn dogs and french fries in the oven. So I turn it on like 425. Went to open it like 10 minutes later. I should have checked it first because I had already opened a bag of fries and had left them sitting on the counter, so I wasn't able to cook them. I'm not going to microwave them, but anyway. And it wasn't heating at all, but there was like a huge whiff of the natural gas smell because, they put an additive in it so you can smell it if there's a leak. It hit me like a ton of bricks, and I immediately got dizzy, almost fell out on my kitchen floor, and called for my husband. And he checked it, and he says he thinks the igniter went bad, but the stove's over 20 years old. It'd be easier just to go buy a new one or a good used one at a used appliance store. He turns the gas off to the stove, y'all. Within minutes, my headache goes away. I'm more alert. My blurred vision goes away. My dizziness stops. No nausea this evening. Shortness of breath has disappeared. I'm convinced carbon monoxide, but the thing is, I have a carbon monoxide detector, but it's kind of like down on the other end of my home, closer to where my heat is, because my heat is gas also, and it never has gone off. So he's going to move it tomorrow closer to where my stove is, and he's going to go look for a stove and try to find one tomorrow to use appliance place. If not, we'll have to take money we don't have and go buy a new one at Lowe's or Home Depot. I hate having natural gas, y'all, because my son suffered from carbon monoxide poisoning about 5 years ago and ended up in the hospital. So I've been terrified of it since. And I have gas heat, gas cook, and gas hot water where I live. Anyway, what do you think? I think that's what's been making me sick.